Many families leave the UK for a better life in southern Spain. The Derby Dianes moved to rural Andalusia to lead a self-sufficient life on a riverboat. Cara and Dan have gone entirely carbon neutral with their 3 children, Jessie 11, Joe 9 and Earth 2. The Courtney family run successful businesses in Marbella on the Costa del Sol. Chris and Anna live in a large villa with their children Natasha 15, Thomas 13, Savannah 8 and Hilton 3. The wives have agreed to swap husbands, homes and children for 2 weeks to see what they can learn from the experience. How will a Back to Basics family cope with modern cleaning products?
You've come into my house and virtually pissed on my sofa. Do you understand? You're poisoning my baby.
What happens when an eco-warrior mum takes over the cooking?
Oh, God.
I'm to the stage now, really. I think I'm just going to pull the plug on it.
And how will conventional rules rock the boat?
I've got to go to work and you've got to go to school, and our lives are going to be improved.
Go away, OK?
Go away.
Go away!
You know the skiing instructor thing?
Yeah.
And I want to start doing it, OK?
Cool.
Anna Courtney and her family enjoy a life of luxury in Marbella. She moved over 20 years ago, attracted by the good living.
I think money is important to everybody. Money is lifestyle, lifestyle is how you live.
To maintain her luxury lifestyle, Anna runs a timber business. This also helps pay for a team of 3 staff who look after her 5-bedroom villa and 4 children.
If I had to be a stay-at-home mum, I would probably shoot myself. Do you want to have a look in here? Tash, should we buy one of these to share?
Yeah, you'll stretch with your big boobs.
Oi.
It's a pastime for the whole family. 15-year-old Natasha even has her own credit card.
I love shopping. It's amazing. Some of my friends don't like shopping. How can you not like shopping?
With all these expenses to cover, Dad Chris is very busy running a demanding jet ski business.
We're open like 12, 14 hours a day, 7 day a week. If it was 8 days, we'd work 8.
He is a workaholic and he does really enjoy it. It is strange when he gets the day off, especially when we're all in the house. It's like, oh my God, like Chris is here.
He's normally not here, or most of the time he comes back really late. I can hardly see him. I only see him in the mornings and the nights, and I don't like that.
What will you do today?
Pick up poo, sort your allotment out, feed the animals.
Just yesterday? No! Not today.
In Andalusia, Cara Derby Diane doesn't have to worry about housework as she doesn't have a house.
Yeah.
You do want it?
Yeah.
You sure?
She and partner Dan opted out of society when they moved to Spain a year ago. They don't work and their kids don't go to school.
We need food, we need shelter, and we need friendship. And ultimately, at the end of the day, if you're doing things the way that we're doing it, you don't need money.
Cara and Dan aspire to be totally self-sufficient and eco-friendly, which means no chemicals or detergents.
There's not a lot about the modern world that I miss. It's,
We sort of tended to sort of look at each thing individually, each little aspect of our life, and it just led us in this direction.
Growing all their food and living without mod cons means hard graft. And every member of the family is expected to do their bit.
I don't like doing the washing up or picking up poo, but it's OK. I'm not going to have it exactly the same when I'm older. I think I'm going to have it more kind of modern.
I don't think that this would work unless we had the support of the children, because there would probably be that resentment there.
Living off the land is all part of their education. For the more traditional learning, they're homeschooled.
so we've got to change one of those first. I feel I know my children better than I can expect a teacher to, and we feel we can do a better job. So 28 take away 12 is 16. From a very young age, I wanted this kind of a lifestyle, and I was constantly told it wasn't possible, but I held on to it, and it is.
Both wives are leaving home for 2 weeks, and they've agreed to have no contact with their families during this time.
Try and enjoy it.
Have fun, and you.
Bye-bye! Bye-bye! God, I hope I don't have to iron.
Oh my God, they live off the boat. That would be so cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. My new home, wow.
Minimalistic, I think, is a word that I would use for this. At first, it's a bit like, whoa.
Oh my God. It's like a swimming pool inside, isn't it? It would be like going shopping every time you went in your wardrobe, you know? Oh God, she's gonna be in stilettos on the boat. Shit!
But there's got to be a secret panel or something where she keeps her clothes. She must have clothes, so they can't just disappear.
Chimney, a heat up. You have a fire in the bathroom. They could have got, for the money they must have spent on this place, they could have got themselves a farm.
She's got a white pot here saying ladies, which is really throwing me. It couldn't be that ladies have to pee in there. That wouldn't be possible.
Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of their home.
This is going to be so interesting. My husband Dan and I have gone back to basics. Yeah, telling me.
I have a housekeeper.
We believe that men and women have different aptitudes, and as a wife, my role is to take on a domestic and maternal duties.
The nanny looks after Hilton 3, and I don't want to be running around after him all day, every day. Her nanny may know him better than she does, you know?
We also collect our wee in a big container to pour in the vegetables as fertiliser. I knew I shouldn't have opened that bucket, and I was right.
Chris is a workaholic. I believe that our marriage works precisely because we see each other so little. Gosh, wow, Ice is so different, hey?
What time do the kids need to be at school? They don't go to school. We teach them ourselves for 2 hours every afternoon. So I suppose we presume that these people are really intelligent and that they are qualified to teach.
Both wives have left behind the household budget for a typical 2-week period.
I just don't know how people could cope on such little money.
Should we burn it now, quickly, before they get here?
She's going to have €1,000 to spend, and I've got €7.50. Wow.
I'm Natasha.
Hi, Natasha. All right? You've been in Spain a while?
Yeah.
Hiya.
I'm Daddy. I'm Chris.
Hi, Daddy. Hello. Okay. And you?
This is Hilton, but he's asleep.
You're looking at my armpits. I don't shave my armpits or anything like that. I was reading about... Okay.
Yeah. She's got a sweat patch. So that means she doesn't use deodorant.
Hello.
Hiya.
Wow.
How you doing?
There we
Hello, gorgeous.
This is Earth.
Hi, Earth. He's 2, isn't he?
Yes.
That's right.
Yep. This is Jessie.
Hi, Jessie. And Joe, yeah?
This is Lucy. She won't bite you or anything like that. She's very, very curious,
Okay,
but very, very friendly. She's like, isn't she? Manna there, at some point, is going to end up on the table.
Oh, no, don't read that. I'm vegetarian.
First impression, it was...
Trophy wife?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, let's not say it then.
In Marbella, the staff have prepared dinner, but Cara's more interested in who made the food.
They could run a vegetable patch for you here. You could eat your home produce.
Possibly.
Which would mean, for me, in some way, that means you're not getting into all that transporting and everything else that's going on, but you could have food that you've grown yourself on your land, and because you've got space here, you've got
space.
I believe Cara has some very strong views on certain ecological things. I'm hoping that she doesn't, for want of a word, ram it down the kid's throat too hard. We'll wait and see.
Is it okay if I have some money? I need about 40. 40? Yeah. I need a taxi, there, cinema, food and drink, and then I'm going out.
Did you not eat here?
Yeah, but popcorn and drink.
Wow. You know, your mum's weekly budget is €5 at home. Yes.
You spend €5 a week?
Yeah. Everything. This is ridiculous. 40 euros. That's a pig.
There's no staff to prepare Anna's dinner tonight, and even the oven is back to basics.
So you can get that cardboard attached, that's good. If you get the flame right in there, that's it, and the suction will sort of take it. Wicked.
I did the sort of...
Getting a nice stereo and, you know, get a nicer flat and all that shit. It's enough to sort of get a sense that I sort of it didn't sort of fill the hole for me. Do you know what I mean? It didn't sort of like
it does for me, you know?
Yeah, well, does it? I mean, does it? I mean, do you not want a bigger car each time or a faster car or the newer model, or...?
Yeah, but then when you say that about this boat, if you could, you get like a...
No, because it's like...
With less problems?
I love this. All equations should stop at enough.
OK, all right, guys, dinner ready. This life is quite isolated for me, and you do feel sort of cut off in some ways from civilization. OK, I'm stuck on this boat with somebody I don't really know, who has completely different values to me, a completely different life, and are we going to get on?
Marbella mum Anna Courtney has swapped her life of luxury for subsistence living on a boat in the Spanish countryside.
Hello? Oh, mate. Hey. All right, yeah. Sweet.
I'm absolutely desperate to go for a win. I'd rather just go on the land because the smell is just really beginning to make me heave.
Anna's first task is to get to grips with the livestock, with a little help from 11-year-old Jessie.
Have you ever milked anything, like a cow or a goat or a sheep?
No, just my husband and money, that's about it.
That's easy. You're what?
It's just a bit of a joke.
OK. Now you put it in there.
Hold it.
You hold it with this hand, you get a balloon, and then you put it down. OK, can you not start it? I think you have to suck that one. My mum would suck it. If she couldn't start it, she would suck it.
I'm sorry, but I don't usually suck goats' teats.
Yes, you've done it. OK, do you want to start on the other one? OK, I need to do this quickly.
Why not just go to the supermarket and go and buy a whole litre of goat's milk? To me, it's just consuming sort of time for no reason.
While Dan prepares dinner, Anna's left to water the allotment with his own brand of fertiliser.
This is Dan's urine. What Dan doesn't know is I'm going to put this on something that there's not a chance that I would eat. So it's not going on the tomatoes. If we go for choices and we go for Dan's urine or the smell of the dead sheep as they're cooking it, I would rather have Dan's urine. Oh, yuck, smell, whoa.
In Marbella, Chris Courtney leaves for another 12-hour day of running his jet ski business. Earth Mother Cara has little to do, as the staff look after the house and 3-year-old Hilton.
Well, it's gone 10, I guess, now. So at home, we'd all be eating breakfast probably together. Chris has already gone off to work. The other children I haven't seen at all, except for Hilton. That's kind of speaks something, just the fact that he speaks Spanish more than English. He's got everything he needs from another lady, so it's not like he needs me to get his breakfast. He doesn't need anything from me. It feels very sad that he has a very capable mother who's not spending time with him.
Cara's maternal skills may not be needed, but there's one thing she is useful for.
Is it alright if I could have 30 euros for the day skateboarding?
30 euros to skateboard for the day?
Yeah.
Because you need buses?
Yeah, and a taxi back.
Bus there and a taxi back. Why can't you skateboard there?
It's too far.
OK.
My mum normally doesn't ask us, and I didn't really know what to say. I was quite nervous.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Thank you. Thank you.
1 pig.
Thank you.
15 chickens.
15 chickens?
Maybe, yeah.
After a gruelling morning, Anna takes a break from the chores with Lucy the goat.
There's my life going whisking past. It's what people should do, go and have a good time.
Well, look, I just spent about half an hour scrubbing a bucket out for you.
Right, and that is so important to you.
It's not so important.
But is it important to make such an issue
I just spent half an hour with a scraper.
Right, is it important to you?
Yes, really, actually, yeah. I just did your job for you, and you haven't said thank you, you haven't said anything. You have to be my mum, you have to do everything my mum did.
Yeah, but I'm not your mum.
I know you're not my mum.
Right, so I'm going to treat you differently than your mum. I'm not your mum. They can put me in her shoes, but they can't give me her whole character, Jess.
No, they can't give you their whole character. You have to do what my mum does. That's what you're here for.
Who's next?
We're quite way behind. You know, there's like all the basics that we need to do each day. I've got the watering to do at high tide. The animals need feeding, the pen needs clearing out. We're quite behind with everything. And if I'm brutally honest, I definitely got the impression that if there's like 5 minutes spare, you're not like bang, 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 get that done, dum, dum, dum. I don't get that feeling from you. I get that sort of
Yeah, but I don't really know what to do.
Well, there's a whole list of stuff, and it all needs doing. The buckets, the tray, the animals needed feeding, the pen needed clearing out, and there's loads of other stuff. There's more stuff as well in the afternoon as well.
But I think that you're talking...
I know that you're not going at full pelt by your ability at all.
Yeah.
She's having definite trouble sort of functioning here. I'm not sure whether Anna's got maids because she's like that, or she's like that because she's got maids, but I think there's a definite sort of codependency there.
This isn't fun. This is some sort of sadistic survival because they're hippies and they're trying to be cool. God, such a waste of time.
1, 2, 3.
In Marbella, convenience rules. But Cara has some interesting facts for a little 8-year-old Savannah.
Right, milk. These cows get lots of pus and infections in their teats. If each of these containers, about that much of it could be allowed to be pus and antibiotics. So that's why we have a goat. Right, washing stuff. Yeah, Chemical Valley. Sticking this stuff through the checkout, you know, it's just supporting a whole industry that I completely made so much effort to avoid. My kids know so much more about nutrition and about ingredients, and we really explain to them really thoroughly as to why we're against eating certain foods and supporting certain companies.
After the food shop, it's time to hit the high street with 15-year-old Natasha and her £300 monthly clothing allowance.
When I first looked around the house, I opened the cupboard door in your room and in your mum's room. It's a lot of clothing. I mean, you couldn't possibly probably wear it all in a year. But why does she keep buying stuff if she's got so much stuff? And you the same?
Well, that's kind of like fashion, really. If you dress up, you just look that much prettier.
I think I know what you mean, but I suppose I don't feel like doing that every day. If you ask Chris or Anna, they would feel that they were privileged enough to supply the children with the things they wanted. But it just ends up with the family leading completely separate lives.
With no money, the Derby Dianes have to rely on themselves for entertainment.
Black tea. 2 tea.
2.
Sounds like 2. Black 2 tea. Black Beauty!
Oh,
Wicked.
my God.
There we go.
It's in the
Being together with the family 24/7 is a new experience for Anna.
Oh, Chris isn't around at all. He works too late.
Do you think the kids miss that? I mean, do you think...
Not in the slightest.
Can you imagine us like that?
I'd miss you.
It would just be no life to me. And I don't think there's any money. Even if I had millions of pounds, it would still depress me. There's still nothing I like more than relaxing with the family.
First word was there. Right.
I know that. I use that.
Here, OK, they spend all time together. They are a really close family. But I think we're quite a close family. But just in different ways.
Hilton, what's the problem?
I don't like that.
Show me what you do like. Come here and tell me what you do like.
The only time the Courtneys are all together is before bedtime when Chris gets home.
I want, just for a little while, I know you're tired.
He doesn't maybe realise how much he can offer this family, the children, and how much they really want him to be around. How important do you think you are to Hilton?
I presume I'm important. I mean, it's never even entered my mind to worry about something like that.
If you thought that you were more relevant to his life, then maybe work would take second fiddle.
Work is also important because it is the way our life works, for want of a reason as well.
I mean, because you need the money.
We need the income sometimes, you know, to support what we do.
I think she hasn't really thought it through, if you like, from a financial side. She thought it more on the family side, which is, you know, very nice and very quaint, but harsh reality of life sometimes is, you know, you have to pay for it.
It's the last day before rule change, and the Courtneys are off to the beach, but without 3-year-old Hilton, who can't swim.
It's a family day. He's not coming. I just feel like I don't get that. It really upsets me, actually. I think of all the things I do with Earth, you know, and the beach. It's the beach, for God's sake.
I want to come beach.
I feel it's really important for children to be able to do things that are part of the family. If all he gets to learn is kind of being stuck in front of a television or people trying to stop him doing things, I feel there's a big opportunity lost there.
She doesn't know what it's like to take Hilton out, so maybe as soon as she takes Hilton out, she'll be like, oh, OK, I understand why.
I'd like for them to realise that Hilton is not a pain, that he's a little boy knocking around with nothing to do and a load of sugar in his system.
Can I read it again just in my head?
Yeah, of course.
OK.
This morning, Anna is supervising Jess and Joe's 2 hours of homeschooling.
What does that say? Naughty. Naughty?
No, this is another word for looking at or noticing something. So could have noticed.
Noticed.
So how long is it, guys, since you've been at school?
6 months, probably.
But don't you miss it?
No.
Why?
I used to get kicked all day from under my desk. They would walk around throwing stones at us and throwing
But why?
For no reason. We're English. I mean, we live in a boat. We've got an allotment. We live different to them.
What do you want to be when you're grown up?
Oh, an actor.
Or because you're female,
Actress.
Good girl. Would you like to do Shakespeare plays?
Shakespeare.
Who's Shakespeare?
No, what is like Shakespeare?
These children are just dwindling away their lives in this sort of bubble existence, feeding a few animals, but they're not interacting, they're not really learning anything. I mean, once you've learned how to feed a chicken, you don't really need to have to learn to do it again. Okay, ready? Go. Have you ever been to any of the fun parks around here?
What's a fun park?
A fun park is where children go and have fun. I feel really sad for these children. It's the one thing that you can give the kids, and that's a good start in life, and this is not a good start. Your whole life is all about, you know, creating this environmentally self-sufficient farm, but you're not looking at what their needs are. You're not looking at what they want. What are they going to do when they're older? Face up to your responsibilities. Do something about it.
They will both have GCSE level in everything.
What, by the time they're about 35 at this rate?
By the time...
They're backward, Dan. Don't you see it?
Oh, my God.
According to you and your fantastic, magnificent brain, OK, these children are going to be Einsteins, and they're not.
I feel like I'm sinking into some pit of, like, misery from being exposed to you.
I'm really looking forward to rule change, more than anything, for the children, because I just want to show them a whole new world out there for them.
It's rule change day, and both wives are keen to breathe fresh air into their homes.
It really smells down here. It's unbearable.
In Marbella, Cara is giving the staff the week off.
OK, we're going to stop spending money because I don't feel this family needs anything for a really long time.
Dan, you and Cara have created a totally unnecessarily time-consuming lifestyle. It's not a healthy environment for the kids, and I believe you're destroying their future.
I really want to bring Hilton back into the fold, and we've got so much more to do together, all of us, and they're all lovely things that Hilton can be involved in.
Dan, it's imperative that you get a regular income, so therefore I found you a job in the village.
Why? What's it going to give me that I haven't got?
Chris, I would like you to take 3 days off work.
Could be interesting.
And I'd like you to take the time off school.
I won't allow it.
I love that school.
Yeah. Your school has a place in your lives. This is a golden opportunity, I feel, for us all to do things together.
Jessie and Joe, I think you're really wonderful kids.
But you're not a wonderful parent, are you? You're not wonderful at all.
I have found a lovely school for you. I think you should give it a go.
I've got to go to work and you've got to go to school, and our lives are going to be improved. Fuck off.
I think just for you to have...
Stop for a minute.
One
Stop.
drama class.
I'm not having this. Stop for a minute.
Great.
Anna, please, can you go off the back deck and give me some time with my children, OK?
I've only got one rule.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Finished.
Go away onto the front deck.
Go away, OK?
Go away on the front deck and give me some chance with my children, yeah? For a minute, please.
I thought that the children would be really happy about it, and their first reaction was hysteria.
It's only for a few days. It's not permanent. Do you understand that? Yeah? OK?
Should we talk it through?
I think the way it was all done wasn't very tactful. It was like, you know, a major hammer blow straight on the head without much thought.
There's a bigger picture, and these kids don't know that. I think it's a really small price to pay for what I think they can potentially learn from this.
Cara's determined to push on with her rules, so high-sugar foods are out.
Broccoli is one of my favouriteest vegetables.
I hate it.
And give a little bit to Tom as well. OK, and put a little bit of salad on your plate.
I don't like it.
I know, but I'd like you to have a go at it. This is, it's not just for sort of looking pretty on their salad. Would anyone like a drink of water? Because I'm happy to get anyone a drink of water.
No, I want dance. I want juice.
No juice, Hilton. No juice.
Yes.
No more juice.
Yeah.
I've never seen our children upset like that, ever. I'm to the stage now, really, I think I'm just going to pull the plug on it and call it a day.
Whoops.
Anna's faring no better on the eco-friendly boat as Dan detects her air freshener.
You've come into my house and virtually pissed on my sofa. Do you know how that makes me feel?
Not getting into an argument with you about it, Dan.
No, I'm shouting at you.
Well,
I'm
yes,
pissed
yes,
off with
it's
you.
an argument, you know.
If you look on that bottle, whatever you sprayed downstairs, you look on it, it's got a health warning. Do not swallow it. Do not put it in your eyes. There's a reason for that. It's because it's poisonous. So how on earth do you think you're going to improve my life by spraying loads of poison around my front room?
I'm asking you to swallow it.
I am swallowing it. I go down, it goes into my lungs, it goes into my body, it goes into my children's, my baby's body. Yeah? Do you understand? You're poisoning my baby. No apologies then. You're not bothered by the fact that you're poisoning my children. Or you're openly allowing my children to be poisoned. Yeah? You've not got a problem with it. Because you don't understand about chemicals. Because your chemistry understanding isn't sufficient.
Air freshener. It's just easier to back down because he's just too extreme. I'm living in a dirty, grimy boat. I'm living like scum.
Anna's in a happier mood today as she brings in a labour-saving device.
Oh, it's so much better. It's amazing. It's what we usually do in the modern world is we make things quick and easy.
But Dan's in no hurry to return to the modern world. He's starting a job at a cafe.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
See you later.
Bye, darling.
It's my Ford Mondeo. To give up something that I really, really like, to do something that I despise and hate, no, I don't think I like it, no.
With Dan earning, Anna is back in familiar territory, spending.
There's a water pistol.
Hey guys. Pack of 6.
She's treating the children to things they could never afford on their normal budget of £8 a week.
I absolutely love pizza.
They've got to earn money so that they can live in the modern world. I hope he's really hating it, because I can't stand the man.
Feels like a long, slow, drawn-out sort of death. It's just empty, you know, and just mind-numbing, and I'm not sure that the kids had gained that much from me doing it, you know, for what more that we get in our life might be a packet of Cocoa Pops every now and then and a bit of sterilised milk. It's just not going to do it, really.
In Marbella, Chris has refused to take the kids out of school, but is finishing work early to give the other rule changes a go. With no staff around, there's plenty to do.
Tell you what, Tom's going to start, and when you've picked up everything, you can have a go.
Yeah. So boring.
I don't want to see him sort of like slave-driven and, you know, spending hours after hours just going around the house cleaning. That's not on. We have the facility to have people clean rooms.
They're all pulling together. The house was dirty, so everyone's cleaning it. I feel it's some quite simple things can have quite a profound change in a family.
Ooh.
Yesterday, Dan had to conform, and today it's the children's turn. It's their first day at school, and Anna wants them scrubbed up.
Can I use Johnson's baby shampoo?
Right, sodium and lauryl sulphate, no.
Right, well, you better get the soap you use then, Jess.
At the moment, I know the best school that I've got is here with us, and I'm happy with that.
Hiya. Hello.
Hiya.
Hi, welcome to the school. We've got some shirts for you.
Joe.
Okay, welcome,
Joe.
we'll be fine. Okay, kids, right, off we go then.
I don't know what.
Off we go.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24.
Would you like to read, Jessica?
The word, sorry.
Jew.
The word Jew means someone who follows the Jewish religion, which is called Judaism. Judaism, is that right?
Judaism.
Judaism.
Well done, you're doing very well. Carry on.
Do you really believe there's no reason to send a child to school, though?
There are reasons to send your child to school, but all the things that I think I can benefit from getting from school, I think I can do at home, you know, and in other ways. And I'd rather have the time with them.
Dan, you know, until you stop being so narrow-minded and so extremist, all you are doing is destroying your children's life, and you don't see it. And you know what? The only people that you are hurting in the way you are thinking is them.
This feels nicer than home tutoring, just because you've got friends here, really, and you get to learn with them instead of on your own.
How was it?
It was brilliant.
Was it brilliant, yeah?
Yeah. And my school buddy was really nice. I got to sit next to her. I had a desk.
She does want to spend her time with lots of kids, you know, and so she saw school as being a way to do that. And so she's sort of put in this thing about, oh, I learn better like that. But it just didn't sit quite right, and I know what she's like at doing that, so just a bit more questioning and open and say, look, really, it's not the best way to learn, is that you know that you learn more in like 30 minutes with me than you do in 2 hours at school. And she, you know, had to put her hands up with me.
Education of a different kind is taking place in the Courtney's home.
Has that turned it off?
She's turning their villa into a back-to-basics, eco-friendly house.
Recycling is really important. This is about 1 day's rubbish for your family. Right, we've got eggshells. Now, we're going to put eggshells here, OK?
She's taken nearly everything away from us. I just hate her for doing that.
Tasha's been quite good, she's done it. And if anyone hates getting her nails dirty, Tasha does.
Do they do ingredients on these? It's lovely to dress up, but I think if that's what our heads are thinking about most of the day, I don't think that's a good thing.
She does say a lot that does make sense, yeah.
There's chickens down there that are good for eating. If none of you want to be involved in that, then I will do it myself. But you all eat chicken, and I think
I'll eat it. I can watch her do it. I just can't physically do it myself.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm happy to do that. And I don't, yeah.
I'll do everything else. I don't mind.
Oh crap, I just saw that. Oh my god. You okay, Clara?
Yeah,
oh
I'm good.
God.
Can I just like pull one?
Yeah.
Where?
Go for these ones. These little ones are quite easy. You're really good, I think, at having a go at new things. I think you're a real inspiration to your family.
That was quite exciting. Yeah, I freaked out a bit.
Team spirit.
Does anyone mind if I have a chicken breast for me?
I've seen more depth to Natasha's character than before. She really struggled with it, but she was like willing herself on. It was something she really wanted to get her head round. I was well impressed.
Anna's campaign to educate and socialise the Derby Diane children continues with a visit to a drama group.
When I say ronda, ronda, you say redonda, redonda, and come to the circle. Okay, vámonos.
To encourage Jessie's acting ambitions, she's paid £100 for a professional workshop.
That's my whole week's wages. Plus, yeah, it's just not appropriate.
Everything I do, OK, is a sacrifice for my children.
How many hours a day do you put into your children? Yeah, how many hours a day do both of the parents put into the children? I've got to start criticising you because you're criticising me. So I'm trying to say, I'm trying to point out the hypocrisy
probably about
there.
15. I put in probably about 8 or 9.
What, while you're working? They're not a piggy bank. You don't just slot money in the top and then they grow. You've got to give them time.
Children have different needs, you know. They don't need to be grabbing onto Daddy's trousers all day.
I won't be able to give you professional and formal standard of this education without going out working all week, OK? You couldn't live on the boat. You'd have to live in a house. You'd probably have to go to school, OK? Is that something that you'd say that you'd like to happen?
I wouldn't want to make everybody else do that. For me, I feel really selfish.
I disagree with the fact that he thinks he's giving them the best. Dan is giving them the best that suits him.
Anna's keen to show the Derby Dianes the other perks of a regular wage.
You just look like you're about 50 years old there, Joe.
Anna and Dan's relationship this week has just been absolutely terrible. They've been arguing literally all the time. Anna's just been ignoring him and he's been trying to sort of avoid her. It's just been horrendous. I believe more in what Dan's saying, but I want more what she's saying. So I want what she's got and I understand and feel that it's right to do what Dan does. So that's why I feel stuck in the middle.
Anna's rule changes are finally starting to soften Dan's views.
I don't think that point has arrived yet where it's like, that's it, we've missed it now. Jessie's never going to be a doctor or she's never going to be a lawyer if she wants to be. She's got a thirst for knowledge and I can fill it, then great. If that point comes when there's something that she's got a real deficit for and she's got a real thirst for it, then I'll do my best to fill that hole. And if that means putting her in school, you know, I'll do it and I'll try and, you know, make it so it happens, you know.
I felt that I'd made a little bit of a difference. I'll be glad to leave, but I think it'll always be in my memory, probably for the rest of my life.
We need the little thin stuff first. So we get all this.
In Marbella, Cara's convinced Chris to take time off work to be with the kids.
It does feel good having Chris around. It helps a lot, and he's really supporting at the moment.
Do you be better with the lid on?
Oh, can I have your pepper?
Yeah. I have a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. Not enough?
No.
Is definitely in denial that he thinks he spends enough time with them, but I think he's also not realising that they want more than his money.
As the swap nears the end, the family head to the beach, and under Cara's rules, that means the whole family.
And Chris is here. It really brings them together. They're drawn to him. Lovely. It just feels really normal. Do you think you could be around a little bit more?
It's not quite as straightforward as just turning the switch and saying, I don't have to do that anymore. It won't happen in a week, but it might in a month or two.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah, it's been great having my dad here and helping with us. And he's like really fun to be with. How do you feel?
I feel finally I've been able to have my say a little bit and change the things I'd like to change, and it's worked.
It's the end of the swap, and both wives are preparing to leave.
It's been an experience, but it's good that she's going, and it's good that my mum's coming back.
Bye. Oh, take care.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Daddy. Yeah, sweetie.
You're right.
Good. How are my babies?
Absolutely fine.
Hiya. I found it really hard. The cleanliness side I found really tough, and having to live with them. No joke.
But it was, wasn't it? So it's all right. You can say that, you know.
Yeah, probably having to live with your husband was pretty tough.
I think Chris is fantastic, and I think the kids loved him being around more. And they'd all sort of said quietly that we don't want to get too excited about him being around because, you know, it might not stay. And
I mean, you're saying, you know, he's a really good dad and the kids love him. Yeah, even though he works and earns his money and doesn't spend so long at home, he has managed to create that so that the children do love him. So
no,
we have
I
that
think
loving
that's twisting my
environment.
words, actually.
No.
I don't think you've got a completely clear picture of our life. I do have time off with the kids in the winter time. Obviously don't spend as much time as you do with your guys. But in the future, the idea is to change that.
In your manual, you say it's like menial tasks and you've got better things to do and you can afford the luxury of not being a mother, if you don't mind me saying.
I don't think anybody could say that I'm not a mother, yeah, because I am a mother.
You are a mother,
I'm
but
a mummy,
the
and I
values
think-
of a mum to me are being there when your children are crying, or being there to take them for a walk, being there to teach them how to get themselves dressed, or all these things.
Being there to do the washing up. I'm not going to go and talk about, you know, peripheral menial things about, well, you know, whether the place was clean or dirty, whether the place is swept or not. I'm not, that's at the end of the day, to be honest.
I know,
you
it's never been so minging since you've been in charge of it, I must admit.
This is a big issue, in my opinion, Dan. I'm sorry.
I know, but you don't do menial things, so when you try and take over our life, it becomes minging, doesn't it?
Let's forget all that and let's talk about your children, because it's your children that are the most important. The children need to be educated and they need to integrate a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, that's why we took them to a school for a day. I asked them if they like to go to school, and they both want to go to school. And she loved it.
First days at schools are always, you know, everyone loves you and it's all sweet and roses. They've been in and out of schools before, you know.
They were the one that ran out of school and said how much they'd enjoyed it.
Yes, she went to that school and she enjoyed herself. Is that the best way for her to get an education? No.
You need to listen to your children, not dictate to them. You
I've done
dictate to
exactly
them.
the opposite.
You dictate to your children. OK, do you think your children are the same level as other children of their age that go to school?
No, I think if you tested their reading and writing and maths, you know, if you look at those, but I think if you look at other things, they're way ahead. I mean, God, for us to sort of go to work and throw away what they're gaining, it's amazing. The money this family has, Dan, and they are living, I'd call it a prison. they have a gate,
Funny, you
they
should
have
use that
guard
expression.
dogs, they have
for fear of
fences,
losing it.
walls everywhere.
Yeah, it's funny because you said it about we live in an organic prison.
Really? Oh God, I've so missed nature, Dan.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
know.
you just wouldn't believe it.
That one is instead it's big.
You want these? Yeah, I'm not going to let you have these, darling. Yeah, they're not making you feel so good, babe.
Oh, baby. Oh, I tell you what, kids. You've done me so proud. What did you like? Is there anything that you think, oh yeah, that was cool?
Seeing Daddy more, that's the best part. Seeing Daddy more.
Seeing Daddy more? Yeah?
2 months after the swap, Anna's rule changes and the summer are a distant memory for the Derby Dianes.
Well, since Anna left, we've sort of spent a lot of time taking everything apart and sort of re-evaluating it all, and I just think it's pushed us further down the road we were already on.
But there have been a few changes. The family are cleaning up their life with Dan's homemade water pump. But the real shift is with the children. Visitors on the boat are encouraged to teach them new skills, and they now play with kids in the village.
She did enjoy the school process. She said she enjoyed that way of learning with other people, and she enjoyed the socialising. Okay, so we've taken those two things, and that's what we've tried to incorporate into their lives.
The school was okay. I wasn't behind on anything. I think I was just a teeny weeny bit slower at reading. I think that's fine. My education's going well, I think.
In Marbella, Anna's efforts to educate the Courtneys has had a few lasting effects.
We have a separate bin for glass recycling, which we take out occasionally.
Anna has learnt other lessons from her time on the boat.
Main rule that I have now, never drop your standards in life, which to me was really important, and I realised it whilst I was there.
And there's been a welcome change for the children.
Spending more time with the children. I suppose, yes, I do in some ways now, a little bit more. We've taken to going go-karting, a bit not very environmentally friendly, but the kids enjoy it.